We're live. What is this? I have like this weird view right here.
It's your face?
Nope. It's your ugly face. All right, let's go. Gut reaction, go.
We just get better.
That's not one word, bro.
You said gut reaction. You didn't say one word.
All right, one word gut reaction.
Toughness.
Ooh, look at that.
What?
LP or die, Haws and Eric, crazy game, love that. Cooper Thacker, shout out.
Oh, let's go, Cooper Thacker.
LP or die. Just wait till you see who shows up in the next 15 minutes. Oh, look, he fixed the K to the C. Appreciate that, Cooper.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at how many people if you'll make that error.
What did you say? Tough?
I said toughness. That's a good team, and they're making every shot in the first half. It seems like everything they threw up went in, and then man, it's just like clockwork. I know you heard it on the show or on the game, but they're like 23% in the first half from three, and 47 in the second half from three.
It's like eight from last in America.
Yeah,
in the first half, and then
first
8th in America in the second half. It's pretty crazy. I texted someone. I won't reveal my sources, but I texted someone close to the program and just asked, like, let me see what I said. I was just like, because I tweeted and then this individual texted me. I tweeted that stat. Let me start over. Nice. Halftime, I was like, weird half. Again, let's go find that juice that we found last night, right? And then we went on this run. Richie was awoken. Came out of his tater tot hibernation.
Oh and gosh, bro, that's so stupid.
No, it's not stupid. I'm not trying to be funny. It's just like dramatic.
Oh, that's just like that's a cool thing that you say.
Anyway, they go on this run, and I did all caps juice. And then that's when they did that, that stat. We went on a 22-2 run, and then how we're one of the worst shooting teams in America the first half, and then the best shooting teams in America in the second half. And he texted me, and he was like, our adjustments are just next to none. And I was like, he said, Cougs got to be the best second half adjustment team in the country. I said, wild stat. What's your take on slow starts? Still a feel thing. And he said yes, and defenses do a good job of trying for a knockout punch on us, but they can't. They don't have enough to keep us down for the whole game, and that's just it, right? Like, and I hadn't thought. Surprisingly, I hadn't thought of that up to this point. Like, we're number 9 in the country. We have the number 1 recruit. We have like the big 3 that's circled on these guys' whiteboard. Like, our offense has all these crazy efficiency numbers behind them. It's like, yeah, these teams are coming out to give us their best shot. Like, this is a stage for them too to prove what they can do, right? It's an opportunity for them to kind of come after us. Like, there's a real target on our back. So I thought that was an interesting take. But yeah, like we wore them down, and then we just figured out, like, it just everything goes in the second half. It was crazy. But then also, like, we were texting in that group chat with our buddies. This is the last thing I'll say, and then back to you. But like, it just feels like it isn't just offense, right? Like, the numbers are so easy to point to. Like, yeah, we're not the best shooting team in the first half, incredible shooting team in the second half, but we're also getting easier looks, right? Like, we're pushing in transition. I felt like defensively, like, we really tightened up in the second half, and everything that Dayton was doing was significantly harder. We were getting to shooters. We were making them do things that they weren't comfortable doing. And then we were getting, on the other side, easier looks. But yeah, what crazy adjustment, man. Then what a fun ending. Like, they did not give up, man. They hung around. They hit some big shots at the end as well.
Yeah, give credit to Dayton for sure. That was a fun game. But yeah, I agree with you. It's like, it just seems like we can get really stagnant, and we can just have hard shots. And like, the caliber of shooters that we have, if we get good looks, and it just felt like like obviously when we went on that like 20-2 run to open up the second half, it's like we're getting easy looks, but like easier looks. It just felt like transition. We're and it probably honestly all starts with defense. Like we get a few stops and we start to get out in transition because you know, playing off of in the half court out of, you know, made baskets, it's like, okay, it feels a lot like in the first half what we've seen. It's just like one high ball screen and we're just trying to like take our guy with no passes. Like sometimes it feels like that. And then, you know, in that second half, it's just like we're sprinting the floor, we're getting stops, we're getting threes in transition, we're getting easy looks. And like when you have like Richie and Kennard Davis and AJ hit one, you know, Rob hit a couple, it's like we can really shoot the ball. Like we need to be getting those good looks. And, you know, if we can figure out how to play like that second half, obviously that's Captain Obvious here, but if we can figure out how to play like
Nice,
that
Captain Obvious.
for a full game, then
Yeah.
I don't think there's a team in the country that can beat us. And it doesn't even have to be like the second half. We're shooting 47% from three. Like we're one of the, you know, that's really really high. It doesn't have to be like that, but it can't be 23.
Yeah.
Like can we be 35 and we average out to, you know, 42% or whatever, and it's like, man, nobody can stop us. It feels like we just have so many threats, and I just want to see our consistency and our rhythm be more consistent.
Well, I'm going to push back a little bit here because you say we have so many threats, but did you see what our starters scored?
What do you mean?
All 83 points.
Oh gosh, we didn't have any bench production.
No, we had 0 bench points. We're gonna have to go look up to see the last time that happened. I'm sure Cougar Stats on Twitter. I hope he's watching this, and please go dig this up. It's probably out there. But you had 70 of our 83 points coming from AJ, Rob, and Richie. I mean, Richie with 29 is just absurd. Love that.
And he just what you like about Richie though too is his 29 isn't on 22 shots.
That's on 15.
15, and but still I'm gonna give Hadim his flowers as always. But this dude, he just comes in and 6 rebounds. It's like he comes in and impacts the game always, and I love it. And he's gonna give you 6 rebounds, and he's gonna give you like some tipped boards too. You know, it doesn't always show up on the stat sheet, but like he impacts the game always when he gets out there.
I know this is something that JT talks about a lot, and he tweeted about it tonight too. I just don't know how I feel about it still. Like, if you have, and I agree, you have to give Hadim his flowers. I thought he played great. I mean, he comes in, it feels like he plays 15 minutes, gets 6 boards. Like that's just what he does, you know, which is awesome. It's extremely useful. But I don't know. I kind of lean towards a little bit of worry, right? Like part of my assessment of the first half being slow, being out of rhythm. It looked like we were tired. Like all our starters played like 30 plus minutes last night. Granted, we're not playing back-to-backs. This isn't the NBA. So, you know, it's structured in a little bit more favor of us relying heavily upon a couple guys. But I don't know. It does concern me a little bit that we don't have guys earning minutes more consistently like Hadim. You know, like I hate to say JT is right, but I'm leaning towards JT being a little bit more right in this scenario. Like I need to see more. I need to see guys that are earning the trust, that are able to just stay out there and get some stuff done and not have a drop off in efficiency as a 5 out there. Because all 83 points coming from starters and 70 of them from the main 3, it's just a lot, right? Like you're gonna get banged up, right? Like Dawson going down again. There's nothing out there official. at least as far as I've seen. But that's a huge deal. And so now, like, knock on wood and heaven forbid, but like injuries happen, right? Small and big ones, and foul trouble happens, and bad shooting happens. And so, like, listen, I think Rob and AJ and Richie are as good as they get. At this level, I think they're unbelievable. Tonight they look so good. I think Rob made me more of a believer tonight than ever. Because even though he had a great scoring night, like, I did feel like he ran the offense more than he has. And that's something I brought up last night. Like, easy shots were kind of coming from what he was getting done. He was playing a little bit more with 2 feet, playing off of 2 feet. And obviously this was heavily in the second half. But I don't know, like, are you worried at all about that? Like, 0 points off the bench, or you're just like, whatever?
Yeah, no, that's concerning, because
I haven't. I mean, and I only bring it up now because I haven't been concerned. But tonight was kind of extreme.
I mean, that the big three goes 7 for 12, 9 for 15, 9 for 16. From 3, we're 7 of 11, 9 of 15 from 3 from the big three. Like, that's shooting the ball extremely well from those 3 guys. And, like, it's just basketball. This is the way this goes. They are not going to shoot. All 3 of them are not going to shoot really, really well every single game. If they do, awesome. But, like, it's bound to happen. Somebody's going to have an off night. They're throwing a defense at you that puts you in, I don't know, you don't get in your rhythm, whatever. If one of them has 5 points tonight, like, what happens to this game? And it is a little concerning, because but I don't know. It's time will tell on it. I mean, they take most of the shot. I mean, like, we only had 3 shots off the bench, so, like, it's not like we're getting tons of looks. But yeah, it's a little concerning.
Yeah.
But I mean, so far those 3 guys have been pretty phenomenal every night. So I don't know.
Well,
we'll have to see.
Like I said, I think Rob looked really, really good. Still nitpicky. But I felt like he was making things easy in the second half for the other 2. Man, also, they were all over AJ. Like, all over AJ. I thought he did a really good job of sometimes just taking it like 2-3 more dribbles until they just, like, left the double team, and then he just got to his spot where he's just butter from, like, that elbow to, like, the top of the the little arc right inside of the free throw line. Like, he rarely misses those, and he gets that spot, and it's so hard for them to contest. But, like, sometimes he just took it himself and looked great. Richie had a big 3 right there at the end, maybe his last one of his last 2, that came from a double team in the post where AJ just saw over it and just threw it over the top, right on the money, right? Like, that was super impressive. And, like, as you were talking about, like, there being a little bit of concern about the depth, I'm, like, pushing back on myself. That's just why I keep bringing it up, because, like, last night JT was talking about it, and I was like, yeah, it's fair. There's not a ton of production, but also, like, there's not a ton of opportunity.
Yeah.
You have AJ 34 minutes, Kennard 32, Saunders 38, Rob Wright 35. So it's like, it's just, how do you want to slice it? Is it they don't come out because they're doing so well and they don't need to, or they don't come out because the other guys can't be trusted? Like, I don't know. You could probably argue both ways. But the other thing is, like, like, our guys that are I don't know. I still trust them. Like, I still think Diamond has a place. I still think Russ has a place. I kind of want to just see them, like, next time Russ is in, like I just want to see him like touch it and fire it, like right away. Like I think that's what you need from that guy. And Diamond, like I want to see him like honestly like a Trey Stewart role, like open threes and then just an absolute crazy man on defense, Yeah. But I don't know. I go back and forth. Is it I don't want to say positive or negative, but is it to be concerned about or not? Somebody just put in the chat. I want to make sure that we give a little bit of attention to our people in the chat. Angela Rasmussen, 1800 said, "Oh my gosh, I need to process the game. Heart attack, Cougs." You're absolutely right, Angela. It's a great way to put it.
It was a high like emotional game, but I never felt like we were gonna lose.
No, isn't that crazy? Like down whatever at half and
at half for sure. I was like, okay, these guys are just making every three and they're up a few points on us. Like I was not concerned in the slightest. And then, what was our biggest lead? We got up to
11 or 13 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, and they're not going to go away, and they kept fighting, and that was great. But even when they made their runs, it was just like, we're good.
Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah. It was an intense game, but I just never felt like we were going to give that up.
Yeah. Someone said, what were Kennard's stats? He had 5 points. He was 2 for 7, 1 for 4 from 3, 4 rebounds. So kind of a quieter game. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say as we welcome Mr. Nick Emery to the stage.
Wow,
what
Mr.
Up,
Feet on Wood.
Hey, what's up, boys? How's it going?
Wait, let me finish. Just be quiet, Nick. Let me just finish my thought.
All right.
The other thing I was gonna say about the bench production or about like the main guys being on versus off, like how do we manage that? We saw it last night. Like Richie kind of had a quiet game. I think he had 8 points, but he facilitated a little bit more. He had 5 assists. But Kennard had a game, right? So I still I've gone back and forth now like 100 times just in this 17 minutes, but I kind of lean towards opportunity. I just think these guys haven't had the opportunity. They haven't needed to step up. Yeah. And when someone has needed to in the very far and in between moments thus far in the season, they have, right? And so I don't know, like I think we're super, super capable.
Give Nick some
respect. And then last one is crap. Williams Freeman said refs in this entire tourney were questionable. I'm going to turn. Yeah, I don't know I can't comment on the refs or else I might get fined. But Nick, welcome to the show. The first time that the LP3 has been live together in a while.
Wow.
Go, boys. Excited to be here.
Before we ask you the questions that I texted you that we're going to ask you, I want to know, you were there. You were boots on the ground, quite literally.
Boots on the wood.
On the wood. You were
boots on the wood, boys.
I mean, any closer to the game, you would have been in there playing.
No kidding. Yeah. Right on the floor.
What was the environment like? You sent us a video after Richie hit a big 3. It was awesome. It looked like it was cracking in there.
Honestly, it is amazing, the turnout of BYU fans. And honestly, like, remember playing back in our days, like anywhere you go, right? There's always BYU fans, but the turnout here was absolutely incredible. There was that stretch there in the second half that obviously the game was not going in our favor. And I mean, man, made a big play. Crowd went wild. It just changed the energy of the game. I think when we start the game, it was our pace was a little off and we weren't getting in that rhythm, but that second half, that's what I love about this team is they adjust and they do well and be able to adjust to the different pressures. I thought Dayton put a ton of ball pressure on full court and kind of got us in some trouble, but the guys were able to figure it out.
Yeah. Nick, as a really good scorer, again, I'm going to go back to Richie, right? Like he had 8 last night. Last year, it kind of felt like he was just the guy, right? Like we just knew he was going to be the leading scorer every game. And that did catch us off guard in the beginning of the season. But then by the end, it was just like, yeah, okay, you look at the stat sheet, Richie's got 23. Like, that's just how it was. This year, you have some ball dominant guys, some volume, not volume shooting, but guys that get shots up, right? Like you have the other two of the big three, the Holy Trinity, as I like to call them. And so sometimes he has to take a back seat. You've been on teams where you've been the guy. You've also been on teams, and mostly your teams at BYU, I would imagine you would categorize as the second, which is there's other really talented guys. Like, what is that like scoring 8, maybe not getting as many touches or having an off night, and then the mentality to go into a night, like tonight, back to back, and have 29, and what were his other numbers? Just 9 for 15, 6 for 10 from 3. Like, how do you do that?
It's a mentality thing. And I know, Tej, you said that you coached Richie in high school, but man, just watching Richie up close, like obviously I know Richie, great dude. But that man is the heart and soul of this team. What's impressive is that he can not have a good game, or I wouldn't say not have a good game, but kind of not shoot the ball well.
Right.
And then come out and shoot 6 for 10 from 3 tonight, Yep. And there was one big pivotal point of this game, and it was that 1-3 that he got there late in the second half. It was just, there was a different demeanor in his eyes, and the whole team rallies around him. You can see that he's kind of that glue guy there. And, there was a couple times that maybe Rob made a couple mistakes, but Richie was right there helping him up. But yeah, you know what? I think Richie's, the glue guy to this team. Obviously a leader, and it's just the next shot mentality, right? The next one's going in, and he may have not been shooting the ball too well this year, but I think he really stepped up and knocked some shots down, and super impressed by his performance.
Yeah, it is a shooter's mentality. It's like, I know what I'm capable of, and my next one's going in. But that 1-3 was a little bit like, I feel like Richie has just become a master at catch and shoot and catch and rip to the basket. And it's super hard to guard because it's like, okay, are you going to close out really hard because I'm just going to get to the basket? Or if you don't close out my shot as quick, that I'm just going to get it off. Yeah. But that was like, he had the ball in his hands for a second. He attacked, ripped back, pulled up for 3. I'm like, that's a little different than
that was nice.
That's not what he does.
It was nice.
Yeah.
But that was like the play of the game. That put us up 4 at a crucial moment, and it was super impressive.
No, absolutely.
What do you know about shooters' mentality?
What do you know about the next one's going in? Your first one's never gone in.
Eric, what do you shoot for? What was your percentage in college?
Like field goal percentage?
Yeah, don't act like you're
nice try.
It's probably like 75%.
Nice.
No, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassingly low because I was shooting them from all very close. It's probably like 53%. I don't know. Not that good. And 0 for 1 from 3. Tej, you remember the 3? We pulled it up.
Was it against Valpo in Vegas? Is that the one?
Yes, Nick. That's actually incredibly impressive. Here's the thing. We've talked about this on lots of shows before. Because TJ has access to all this film through Synergy, we'll like be talking about something and just completely misremember it, like close but not even close. And that game, I've told people for 10 years now, like, oh yeah, I shot 1-3 in college, and it was a halftime buzzer beater, and I missed it. And then we go back and watch it.
Halftime? No, it was the game winner. I thought it was at the end of the game, bro. First off, when I don't know who was inbounding it, but then I was like, why are we throwing it to Eric?
TJ inbounded it, and then I just turned and shot it.
No, it wasn't me, bro. It was LJ. I was open.
Oh, yeah. That's right. LJ.
Yeah, you were open.
And I definitely had enough time to like hit TJ on like a little pitch, and he could have shot it. But like I was just a dummy, so I turned and shot it. Like I was so open. But can you imagine if I would have made that? Everything.
Now you gotta post it for everybody to see, because that's a classic.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, that's not a classic. I don't know if I'd call it a classic, really.
No, I remembered. I remembered the 1-3 against Valpo. I was
that sucks.
Yeah, TJ was wide open. I was kind of at half court.
Nick, I can't believe you remember that perfectly.
I don't know how, because I don't remember a whole lot. But man,
Nick, what was your best game, like individual, at BYU, do you think?
My best game was San Francisco my freshman year.
Did you hit 10 threes or was it?
No, it was the game I hit 10 threes. We got to get those records back, boys. Somehow we got to get those records back.
Oh, yeah. Technically, you didn't hit any of those threes,
technically,
right?
I have 0 records, but no, it's San Francisco 37. But
dang.
Honestly, it's one of those things you don't remember.
People don't realize. I mean, that's as a freshman going in and making 10 threes on the road, just taking over that game. Like, I've watched those highlights many times. I think we've pulled them up together, Eric.
Yeah, we have.
But I remember you had one like right in front of the bench that was like 8 feet beyond the three. That was like your 9th or 10th three. That was just like, all right.
You start laughing. You just kind of forget to all shooting mechanics, and you're just pulling up. But just obviously, each one of us have had big games, and I mean, that's what we love about basketball, boys.
All right, Nick, you hit us with the play of the game. I want to hear your one-word gut reaction and a stat that to you sticks out, and then Tej, we're going to you on the stat.
Okay.
So my one word for tonight's game, I would just say is grit, man. I mean, Dayton came out and kind of punched us in the face.
Yeah,
right?
a little bit.
I think it was one of those things. My expectations were not that, and they came out and absolutely got us. And we've all been in that situation, and it's one of those things that you just have to breathe. One memory that gets brought back is the Gonzaga game, our sophomore year and TJ's freshman year.
Yep.
I think we got down like 18-2, right? Get punched in the face, but it's one of those things that you've got to figure out what's going on, what lineup works, and I think KY does a great job at putting different guys in, seeing which different combinations work, and I was super impressed with how we responded in the second half. But
that's a good point, because it really is like, it's not even what lineup is working, offensively, or it's just like who's just going out there and going balls to the wall, like who are the 5 guys that are just going to run around and get it done, and that's why I think Hadim comes in, because like as good as Kebe is, like Hadim's he's a wild man out there, bro. Like he's ripping rebounds from guys, man. And I noticed he had 6 rebounds. But he could have had 10. There were like 3 or 4 that guys grabbed that he just kind of let him grab. And I know that's such a minute detail, but like when you're not,
those little things matter.
Yeah, when you're not stealing rebounds from your teammates and that's your job, that means you just care about winning. But anyway, continue, Nick.
No, I was gonna say, what was interesting too is, and a lot of people don't notice this, but sitting down close and obviously playing the game of basketball, it's amazing. So is it Javon Bennett is the little 5'10" point guard? It was really interesting. So, because obviously we can hear the coaches across the floor, and the goal was to go under his screens, right? So every shot in the first half, we went under the screen. And what's amazing is obviously the coaches made adjustments because he was feeling himself like he was on fire. Right. Players made adjustments. And that's what I'm saying is throughout the game, there's those adjustments that people don't see, coaches and players that I think are vital in winning. So I think we just made adjustments. My word is grit. And then you said stat of the game.
Yes. Anything stand out?
Honestly, AJ DeBonsa, my goodness. From 7 for 12 from the field. 34 minutes. I think it's one of those things that like it was a quiet 7 for 12, but he does so much off the ball and just so much attention gravitates towards him. So I was actually really impressed with AJ and how he kept his composure, because guys are chirping at him. I mean, there was a point in the game where one dude got in his face and AJ kind of gets this smile of like, dude, don't talk to me, And so it was funny because they were right in front of us, and I was like, "Hey, don't piss." I said, "Don't piss AJ off," and he said a few choice words to me. Believe it or not, it was actually kind of funny. But anyways, AJ laughed, but man, that dude just gets hammered every game, but just continues to just prove himself and why he's the best.
Nick can't help himself, dude. He's always got to chirp at somebody.
I've got to say something. That's the competitive part of me.
It's
I might be
awesome.
small, but let's go.
I said that. I don't think I said that here. I think I just tweeted it. Like, you could see like any good play that happens with AJ involved, like they're saying something to him, right? Like, again, like
always,
that is it's a big part of the target that BYU has. This was something that happened, you know, a lot when I was playing with the Ignite team. You have all these young guys with these high rankings making a ton of money. That's very public, and every guy had something to say when they made a play on the young guy, right? Like they don't like, you know, I don't know how old everybody on Dayton is, but they're, you know, not a lot of them are true freshmen, if any at all, right? And so then they want to go prove that like they're the big dogs. And so yeah, man, AJ he had guys just all over him and just chirping at him the whole time, and you see him just kind of laugh at that stuff, and I love it.
It's impressive as a freshman, just to
as a
not
freshman,
care.
Yeah, if people were on me like that, I probably would have hit somebody. So,
and I literally hit somebody sometimes.
That's true.
So
that's true.
It is super impressive. Like,
we know what Nick would have done. That's right. That's right.
Well, I learned, right? You learn from your mistakes, but no, like just super impressed by just AJ's demeanor, man. My goodness, it is unbelievable. Super mature as an 18-year-old.
Tej stat. Oh,
my stat.
DJ, I was just sending text to Eric making fun of him tripping over his words, says DJ.
It's hilarious.
Nice.
No, my stat, for some reason now it's not pulling up. But my stat, I know I keep talking about this. What do you think I'm going to say?
Get better as the year goes on. Better as
stupid.
Can we say something about Rob Wright though?
Yeah,
like,
go ahead, TJ. You let the door open, bro.
That dude is a baller.
Yeah, he looked good tonight. I said before you hopped on, he made me a believer tonight.
I'm telling you, like the way his handles are so quick and the moves he makes, like.
Does he overuse the handles though? That's my one. Like, does he overuse them? Does he?
You know what? He might a little bit, and sometimes get himself in bad situations. But like some of those moves that are made they're tough moves. And as far as like handling full court pressure, like without him, the chances of us getting the ball across half court goes down by a lot. You know.
Yeah.
But yes, he can be loose sometimes, but he is so consistent, you know, and he's the one guy that can get to the paint, create shots for other guys. Like, I just had to say that I was super impressed watching him up close and up front.
Yeah, I like it. TJ, stat.
10 for 22 from 3. To hit 10 threes, anytime we can get in double digits for threes is going to be huge for this team. I think 10 isn't like a crazy high number. I mean, I think they hit 15. We both shot 45% from 3.
How many were in the first and second half, I wonder?
I do not have that info, but we hit a ton in the second half. I don't think we had a bunch. I don't think we might have.
I think there was maybe 2 or 3 the first half. That's about it.
But double digits from 3, I think, you know, obviously shooting 45%. If we can make 10 threes on 22 attempts, that's phenomenal. But the better we shoot the ball from 3, the better this team is. I mean, it opens up. I've said all the time, but it opens up the floor for AJ, opens up the floor for Rob, opens up the floor for Richie, honestly. But we just become such a more dominant team. And so I think that was a huge reason why we broke things open in the second half. We got good looks from 3. We started knocking down shots. Rob hit, Richie hit, AJ hit, you know, like right back to back to back. It was really good.
Yeah.
And one thing I was going to add to that too, Tej, is obviously Richie Saunders hasn't been shooting the ball too well as of late, but the shooter's mentality, 6 for 10 tonight, like unbelievable. And that's what I told him after the game. I was like, dude, keep shooting, you know, they're going to fall.
Yeah. Yep.
And
I know.
Yep. I'm wondering what he's shooting on the season.
He's probably close to, I'd say he's over 40%. Probably right at 40.
Yeah, he's 50. He's 49 field goal, 39-3.
39-3. Yeah, sounds
that's
about
pretty
right.
good. And I think he started slow, but I really think
he's got such a quick release that it's so hard to defend.
Yeah, he's back to where he was. The Tater Tot King.
Tater Tot.
All right.
King.
Well, what else we got? I think that's it for me. Big game, big win.
Yeah, I mean it's
find
exciting.
a way. That's the season so far. Go ahead.
Yep. I mean, hopefully moving forward we can start start off stronger. That's gonna be awesome if we can. Because I mean we did it against UConn. We came back and figured it out. But if we start off strong and we're going to figure that out, I promise.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
That's something that KY is going to figure out. But the quicker we can do that, man, we start winning these games by 15-20, and we're a very scary team when we do what we did in the second half.
I just think I agree. I remember I had Justin Sua, if you guys remember him, the mental performance coach, hop on the pod years ago and asked him about like slow starts, versus like guys playing the right way and playing super hard. This was again with Ignite. So I was asking for young guys, which these guys on BYU's team are obviously, and he just said like the best coaches he was ever around that taught this just taught habits and practice. Like our practice, we're going to start excellent every single time, right? Like, because that like starting the game right comes from doing everything else being started and kicked off right as well. So, you say KY is going to figure that out. I totally agree. And again, I talked about this last night, like the way that this preseason is constructed is so perfect because it's tested us the right way and gotten us to improve the right way. I think that is the kind of the missing piece to really help us level up before we have, let's see, Kansas State on January 3rd. That's our first conference game. But before then, we have tune-ups. We have Cal Baptist, UC Riverside, Pacific, Abilene Christian, Eastern Washington. I mean, Clemson is in there as well, obviously in New York. But all those other games, like, I hope that emphasis that I'm sure KY is going to put on practice and just everything that the guys are doing, because he's doing the same thing. He's like, man, we're winning these games, and we won last night by 10. We found a way tonight, but like last night could have easily been 20, right? And tonight could have easily been 15, like if we start the game right. So I agree. I'm looking for that consistency, but really liked what I saw in the second half, and all that matters is that we're finding ways. So. Nick, you want to close us out? What's your last thought?
Oh, I'm obviously super excited for BYU basketball this year. Credible basketball team, credible coach, and I'm excited to see what they can do. But I think you hit it right on top of the head. Just if we can just figure out a way to get out from the start and be ready, I think this team is definitely Final Four national championship team.
Ooh, hot take.
Take that right now.
It's not really a hot take.
They're saying Kissimmee, even though for sure it's pronounced Kissimmee. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. All right, let's see. This last comment says TJ is the worst of you three. Wow, that's a little harsh. Although
okay. All right, we got it in there. That's perfect.
From Eric's burner.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, boys. Appreciate it.
See you next game.